How's it going, everybody? My name is Azabiel, and I'm the Guild Master of the Guild of Legends, located in the heart of the multiverse. And we're back in the HiVECORE Minecraft server, as we have been making a habit of on Thursday nights, to get back into Atlan Grove, across the river and down the way, to see about finishing up some of the buildings we have planned. Those buildings being a lumber mill on the river and something of an office building just next to the wood storage. Because how else are you going to properly administrate in the in Atlan Grove if we don't have some sort of space to do that? Before we get over there, since it is a bit dark still, I don't know how long we've got. We're about midway through the night. We're gonna do just a quick harvest of the farm here, of the greenhouse. Run through some of these crops, make sure our supply of bone meal is looking pretty good. As well as our food supply. As every now and then we have some guests that come by to take some of the food that we have prepared and that we keep readily available on the back kind of workshop area of my house. Uh, Eventually, there are plans to change that up, make it uh, a little bit more what? What word am I trying to put in here? Um, make it a little bit neater, I suppose. Because right now it's sort of just my uh outdoor shed workshop sort of space where people are just getting their food if they come by my place. I know Dragon has mentioned doing that. It is open to anyone that is on this side of the train tracks, right? Because if you take the train going down to the Nova Swarm HQ, that little city that they're building up there, then you've got lots of options for food there. Those guys are absolute machines when it comes to setting everything up and keeping it all optimized and ready to go for anyone who is in need. Uh, on the other hand, I've got something just a little bit more simple, a little bit more rustic over here. Me and Jammy kind of have this situation that we have both gone in a little bit on. I mostly maintain the farm while Jammy does the incredible work making it look fantastic. Uh, as she built up this entire greenhouse, also built up our little stables just on the side, right over there, making the whole thing look super nice and super neat and very cozy. Meanwhile, uh, this is my contribution. Planting potatoes is how I help. The potatoes are a big hit. They are my preferred go-to because it's a little bit more readily available than bread. Both are obviously super readily available. It's just for the bread it requires 3 wheat to make a loaf of bread. Whereas potatoes, you just need to cook a single potato and you are good to go. I didn't realize I had that volume turned up. Let me go ahead and mute my phone real quick. All right. We'll just ignore that little situation that happened. Act like it never did. Not that it's a big deal or anything. Just, you know, professionalism or something. I don't know. Let's see. Where's the moon at? The moon's almost gone, so I think we'll finish up with the potatoes here. Maybe throw some potatoes in the smoker before we set out, and then we'll go. I would harvest the rest of these things, except we're not readily set up right now to make use of them. And, you know, it's just easier if we don't have to. What am I trying to say? I'm running out of time, right? Because it's almost morning, which is why I don't want to go and do it. Don't blow up, please. This is a very nice place that I didn't build, and I don't want you to destroy it. I'll go ahead and run over here. Between the last time I played and this time, I have turned uh, I've turned on the swaying, the bobbing of the camera. Um, Mostly for myself. I turned it off originally because I was trying to use a map while traveling, and the bobbing of the hand made it uh, very difficult, kind of annoying to try to figure out. Whoops. To try to figure out where I was and where I was going. So we did away with that when I was traveling more. But now that things are kind of settled and I've started to learn my way around the local area a little bit better, um, I've done away with that and gone back to normal because it is a little bit nicer for like sprinting. If you don't have that turned on, sprinting is a little bit harder to notice when you're actually doing it, which I'm usually sprinting, but you know, in case I ever decide to or what am I trying? I'm rambling. Uh it's just nice to be able to see a little bit more easily whether I'm sprinting or not. Because the hand moves a little bit quicker. That's something I've gotten used to noticing when sprinting, as opposed to just the slight FOV change and the actual increased movement speed. Zero G is in chat. Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft. Because I've still got stuff going on here with this whole Grove situation and whatnot. My plans to build a spire up on top of the hill near Jammy's house. You know, that kind of stuff. Now, if I recall, the last time I had streamed on the HiVECORE server, I didn't yet have the lights on the walkway set up, which I do now. Still have yet to put in the rest of the water on the fountain. I'll get to that someday. But with some help from Nova Swarm, from specifically Rig from Nova Swarm, I got plenty more quartz to fill in the rest of the walkway, and then some. I've still got some left in storage that I didn't end up needing to use for this, but we've also got the lights going all along the walkway now. I've also got torches thrown throughout the grove to make sure things don't spawn in here. Uh, Not measured out in any sort of way, just kind of wildly thrown down torches everywhere to make sure it's clear. And the little area out here, I didn't go up on the hill with the torches, which I should probably do. But um, do I not have any torches? Oh, my torches must be back home. But yeah, the areas we're going to be working mainly around here, uh, lit up so that stuff doesn't spawn in the space, to where sleeping here is a little bit more safe and all that good stuff. So regarding the buildings I mentioned, I'm planning to do sort of the admin office type building right over here, right near the lumber storage building. Uh, and then just down the hill over here, uh, right there on the edge of the river is where the mill is going to go. between streams, I went ahead and got all the supplies I'm probably going to need. The mill, I already know I'm going to make some changes to from the schematic, but I haven't accounted for those changes yet. The office, I'm probably going to make changes to, but again, haven't accounted for that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I just know that when I was looking at it, it didn't quite fit exactly what I wanted, probably. Um, but similarly, I've done changes to the lumber storage with the windows on either side. They had a central window on one side and then two windows on the other. I switched it to two windows on both sides so that when you come in here, we have windows nestled between all of the actual storage. I've also traded out the torches, except for one apparently. Traded out the torches for more of these soul lamps. I might put in more. We're going to have to see, but I think this might... Actually, I can check right here. Yeah, it looks like the dimmest it goes is still light enough to keep things from spawning in here, so we should be good to go. Go ahead and pick that up. I know last time I was in here, I threw some logs in there to burn down. I think it was some of the jungle logs because we have a bunch of those compared to everything else. Yeah, this is the progress we've made so far. Rig also gave me this incredible netherite axe called Oaksbane, which has mending on it, so I can keep this thing going forever. As long as I don't slip up and stop paying attention to it. But my goal is probably to try keeping it above 50% at all times anyway. Uh, which, to help with that, I have my +2 Sword of Undead Slaying, which has Smite 2 and Mending, which I can take over to the Nova Swarm XP farm and get all this stuff polished up and in good order because my shovel and my pick are also have mending on them just to make sure that I am never going to run out of tools because I went through a lot of shovels doing this place and I don't want to deal with that again. Um, Now, if we're going to be building, I'm going to have to pull up some schematics. And figure out... you know what I just realized? On my schedule, I had this set for 2 hours from now. So we're streaming a bit early. But, oh well, we're in it now. Uh, I do kind of prefer this time for my usual streaming slot. That's why, you know, the other streams I do through the week are usually at this time. But I know most of the HiVECORE people jump on a couple hours later. But it is what it is. So currently it's only me and Meg, who I believe is doing some fishing and things over at Cat City, probably. That is her domain. But we're gonna do some building, and then maybe maybe when these people jump on later, they will see. They'll get the opportunity to see what we've done here. Let me just pull up these schematics so I can start building. Again, I've got two things. I've got kind of my admin building and then my lumber mill. The mill I think is going to be pretty straightforward, so I think we'll start with that. Let me see what I'm gonna need to. Okay, okay. And I might change up one element of it depending on how it sits, but I think we should probably be fine. Probably going to be about one block in from the water. So, shoot, you know what? I would like to grab some torches just so I can kind of lay this out. and know where I'm going with it. I pick up all these and then just put some of these a little bit closer so that I don't have wild spawns coming in. Um. Okay. Okay. So this is, let's see, 12. Part of that is going to be in the water. So go ahead and drop that there. And then we're going to go over quite a bit. All right. Let's see. I guess that's, I kind of went on the edge here. Um, but we have plenty of space where we're planning to work. So let's scoot this over a bit. Is go fast in Minecraft. I know I spent a fair amount of time just kind of talking about the plans and stuff, but still, it's wild. This does not belong. It was probably an Enderman that dropped that off. So, effectively, the mill will go from here to there, roughly, and be between here and just into the water with the actual wheel that'll be dipping in there. Um, Let me check my blueprint again real quick. Where is Atlantis? That's a good question. I don't know, man. In the water, probably. I should also figure out exactly how I'm going to plot out this. One thing I want to determine is if I want the admin building to be closer to the trees or closer to the lumber storage. I'm like instinctually I want to say closer to the lumber storage, but then I also want to determine if I'm going to want a road going down between the admin building and the grove, or between admin and lumber storage. So either like right here or right over here. And I kind of think I want it to go between these two buildings. So I might, especially because I have windows on the side of there, I don't want a building right up against it. Um, and then it would still have the walkway to kind of look out over from there. If I had done this differently, if I had moved, because I had a bunch of stuff right here in the center, that was all my supplies for building the grove. If that wasn't there when I started building this, I would have probably had this closer and then have the admin building on the other side of it. But I also don't want the admin building over here because we kind of run out of land and I don't want to have to fill in this, bring the land up to account for it. Um, and I'm not going to have room to build it on the hillside unless I built it up on top of the hill. But I think having it all level is a little bit nicer. Um, so I think I'm gonna plot a plan to have maybe between here and like maybe here, I'll have clear for having a pathway in between, and then I'll have admin building kind of starting from there, going over as far as I need it to go. Um, Let me see here. What's this building gonna look like? This building is gonna be 12 by 7. Where's the door? Okay, so it's going to be a wide building, not a deep building. Okay. So actually, if it is only, let's see here. I absolutely could fit it in here right at the base of the hill if I wanted it on this side, but I do think, you know, it would probably look better on the same side as the lumber building. Uh, is it 200 blocks high like normal? Is what 200 blocks high? The building you're going to be constructing? No, these buildings are astonishingly small. This, I think the lumber storage is going to be the tallest building of the bunch. Um, and that's just because, for whatever reason, the blueprint had sort of an unused attic to it, which we may repurpose later on. Honestly, the roof could have started like where these ledges are, and gone up from there. But I was going pretty close to the design of the schematic. Um, these ones I'm also going to go by the design of the schematic, but I will possibly change it up after the fact. Um, I don't have my maps with me. I was going to check to see if removing that removed the um, marker on the map that Ellie Nova Swarm had set up. We're always planning to change that anyway because I wanted to put the banner on the admin building or in front of it or something. But uh, as it is, it was just sort of a placeholder. Let's go. Let me see. If I did 10, I would actually mark it like it'd be like that and that. So the pathway would go right there. I could probably bring it in closer. Let's bring it over by, what, 2? That would have a pathway going right there. And then from there onward would be room for the admin building. I think kind of a narrow. Is that too narrow of a path? I think that's fine. I think that would be a good path. Um, honestly, I'm probably gonna have to redo the lumber storage building anyway, because I think it might be too far. I don't know. Is this too far away from the main path? How's the Tavern by Spawn been going, or is that idea still in the air? That idea is sort of still in the air. I think it's something that the is going to be more than just a me project. I think it's going to be kind of a more server wide project that everyone will have some input and provide some work on. So that is going to be something down the line. It sounds like, but right now we're just kind of finishing up with Atlan Grove and deciding if we want to change up where the lumber building is and figure out, because I was just thinking if I put in the admin building, but I have a small admin building out here, it's that far away from the road that leads into the grove itself. And on top of that, I was thinking that having it a bit closer, like have the front door like here maybe, would feel a little bit more reasonable. And then if I do that, then I have the lumber storage building all the way behind the admin building, which feels a little questionable. But I was also thinking about originally I was wanting to do the lumber storage building on this side of the admin building anyway. So I'm kind of conflicted. Um, Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna figure out. It's 12 wide. So I'm gonna plot out a space, maybe 8 blocks away from here. So we'll actually, this torch does the job. We'll start there and do. Let's see. But I wouldn't want. Actually, yeah, I think having the kind of little walled in area right up to here would be fine. So it'll be something like that is where the lumber storage building would go. Would be between these torches I just put, which this one kind of clouds that a little bit. So lumber storage could be moved right there. The actual door would be about this far in, I think, because it's got about, what, 4 blocks or something, 5 blocks before you actually hit the door. And then admin building would be right over here. Probably set to where the door would be also similarly right around the same spot. And the reason I'm thinking about this now is because if I want to do this, I could do the admin building, move the lumber storage later, but I could do the admin building where it would sit. Which, if I'm doing this, then it's going to be, well, I'm going to want some space, again, because of the windows. Actually, admin building's only, yeah, I would still want some space to where there's not a building right up against the window. Which, this is what I was planning. So I would have to tear this down because I'm going to need to come over far enough. I would need to tear into parts of this to be able to fit where the admin building is going to go. Let's start seeing if we can plot this out a little bit. If this is lumber storage, store is going to be about here. How many spaces is this actually? We'll kind of match this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 door. So door. Maybe do like that. So this is outside the bounds of the actual where the actual building would start being built. So that would be the front of the admin building, and it would go that deep. So to do this, I could build the entire admin building, only tear into a little bit of the exterior of this building, and then just kind of make a workaround to actually access it in the meantime. Because I think that would be something I do later. And then between them, we would have roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces, which would give us about these. Yeah. Give us a pathway going down there to the lumber mill. Really is fantastic when a map grid just works / loads in Foundry. It sure is. When you're trying to set up maps for D&D and stuff, and it just works. That's the best. Um, all right. So that path would then take us down this way. And the lumber mill is going to have steps that kind of lead up to it on one side. So I think we would want the path to lead kind of right up to those steps, uh, which would put it right around here, I think. So we'll see if we can shift this over. Um, let's just, we've got this shovel, so let's just dig the path for now, because I think we've got this pretty locked in pretty well. What we'll do is we'll replace this with some nice looking stairs later on. Are you yeah, I'm kind of going for like a I actually the schematic is entirely based on a Skyrim lumber mill. Um so I was going to take that and maybe tweak it as necessary to fit what I want for this place, and if necessary, try to make it match visually a little bit better. How did I completely miss out? Well, these things happen. You're clearly too busy with the sloppy joes and mac and cheese, which I can completely understand. uh Honestly, that is where I would be at. Like, sloppy joes and mac and cheese, man. God damn, know what I mean? Uh, so we'll do the path kind of like this. I think we'll just kind of do it right up to the edge of the water, roughly. Um, so if I'm shifting this torch over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to the 10th space, then we'll have to do the same for this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th space. And that looks like, get out of here. We're going to shift you over here. That looks like it leaves us in the spot we planned out, because we've got this kind of deeper spot, because we're going to have a water wheel that comes down into the water. We want to make sure we're not interrupting the operations of that whole situation, because otherwise the mill don't go. And we've got a handful of torches here that we don't currently need elsewhere, so we're going to light up some more of this space. And we're going to start building. I wanted to start with the lumber mill initially, so we will go ahead and start with that. Probably not going to need my shovel or my sword actively, so we'll just start pulling all of our supplies here. And I don't know off the top of my head immediately what all of these are used for. I can see it looks like they have a storage chest on the kind of base level, which we're not going to use because of all of our lumber storage is going to go up there. So we'll go ahead and drop that for now. Vector Spaceman, the multiverse's favorite spaceman of questionable proportions. He's got trees, lots of trees, lots of trees. I'm assuming that's some sort of incredible song reference or something that I don't get because I am not cultured. Or maybe some sort of TV show or something. My proportions do be questionable. That they do. But if it weren't for those questionable proportions, would you still be the multiverse's favorite? It's hard to say. All right. Something I'm immediately noticing is that this schematic calls for some slabs that I didn't actually prepare. So let me go ahead, just so I don't mess up my counts of supplies here. We're going to put those back and see if we can get some oak slabs here, because conveniently enough, we're working in a place full of wood. Let's see here. What do I need? I need planks, I need logs, and I need a workbench. I need a total of 26 slabs. Let's see. There's 12. That's not 26. Let's just turn all these. There we go. 26. Then I can throw the rest of these slabs in here. I can throw the planks back into the lumber storage. Right now, because of the way that we're sorting it, we've got logs, planks, saplings. I'm not throwing in other things made of those woods into the storage building just yet. We'll see if that's something that the community needs later on. For now, as we've got it, seems to probably be set up well enough. So let's go back to our schematic now that we've got the actual materials we need. And we're going to see if I have this planned out properly. I'm going to... hold on. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. So normally I do the torches just outside the actual work area to where they're not getting in the way. But on this one, I should be fine. So we're actually going to start with this corner being our 0, 0. And start putting down our planks right here. So this is going to be kind of the stairway up into it, the start of it anyway, which looks like it gives us some space on the edge because the actual building is only going to end about here. So I think we've got a good setup. We're going to need to bring our planks into the equation. Fill out this space. Because this is going to be a tall staircase that just kind of goes right up into it. I don't know. It's going to be, what, maybe 4 blocks tall or something like that? Yeah, about 4 blocks tall. And then we're going to need... Oh, it wants a crafting table just on the side of the mill. We'll go ahead and do that. And maybe we will keep this chest here just for the sake of if anyone is doing some stuff and maybe they decide to build down here near the mill, then that will be readily available. We're going to need not our spruce. We're going to need our oak. So we're going to need to space these out a little bit. There. All right, and the rest of this should be cobblestone, which we have much. Go ahead and kind of fill in the outline here, and then... Oh, look at that. I'm gonna do this guy in real quick. He's invading on our territory. It's all fair. Now let's fill in the spaces. Color inside the lines. And then we've got some things out here. The wheel we'll come back and do the actual wheel at the end, even though it would be dipping into this layer. It's going to be, I think, easier to deal with it later. Over at the far end, it looks like This is, whoops, that's actually the way I want this to go. So these sorts of builds, they always have things like this. I know the lumber storage building also had some logs at the end of it being kind of the logs that are being stored outside, which I didn't include because I wanted to include all of the different types of wood that Atlan Grove provides. And I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So that will probably be stuff that you find out on the rear of the storage building, and maybe a little bit on this side as well, because of course on the other side we've got the pathway, and then we're gonna have the admin building. So maybe we might dip into this space behind here if we need it for uh, those logs to kind of aesthetically dress up the place. But we'll deal with that later on once we've got all the buildings built, because I think that'll be an easier process. Gonna put in more wood planks here, continuing the stairway. We're going to continue on the main log structure there, as well as these supports. And then we'll fill in more cobblestone. If you had the create mod, you could make a fully automated tree farm and it'd be all animated and cool. Yeah, I am looking forward to possibly someday on the HiVECORE server having access to some mods. I know I think especially because so many people in the HiVECORE group are new to Minecraft, as well as kind of wanting to maybe dip into it in its most natural state. We had foregone any kind of mods, but you know, I'm always gonna be there saying, you know, maybe down the line once everyone's got a better hang of Minecraft and we want to do something a little bit different, something new, maybe we dip into some mods and see how that whole process can go. We do have a bunch of spacey people in HiVECORE. You know, that's kind of the bulk of at least our first wave here. You know, maybe there'll be more. I don't know. I don't know the plans. I didn't organize this whole thing, but a lot of spacey people, and there are some really cool space themed Minecraft mod packs and mods and whatnot out there. So it would be really cool, I think, to delve into some of that down the line. All right, we're going to continue with the cobblestone here. It's only going on the outside edges, however, because the rest of this is going to be filled in with planks. Creeper's real excited to talk to you. He sure is. He really, I don't know. He must be like, maybe he's in the logging industry and just wants to, you know, kind of see what's going on here. See what this whole situation is about. Try to get in on the ground floor, you know. Oh, I put a plank down where it wasn't supposed to go again. All right. So this really is the bulk of the structure. I'm gonna go deal with this friend. Okay, it's 3 with a diamond sword. I don't use diamond equipment a lot in this game, so not super clued in on the fine details of how much damage they do and stuff. All right. What have we got here? Okay, so we're gonna have, looks like some fencing going around the outside edge, uh, along where, roughly along where the cobblestone is set. Um, there's also one right here for some reason. We'll see what the deal is with that momentarily, I'm sure, as I figure out how to build this thing that I already signed on to build without fully understanding it. Now, I'm going to do this by the schematic, but I think I'm going to make changes later. And one of those changes has to do with this part that I'm about to fill in. Also, I needed way more signs for the way this is set up that I didn't bring. Goes about there, and then the signs are made to go here, which kind of makes this little track. I wrote on that one. So yeah, I'll need to make more signs, but the signs go along both sides. One thing I was thinking of doing though is replacing the track with like a stone, and then have an actual have a stone cutter so that we have an actual saw blade on the track. And it doesn't match height perfectly, but I thought it would be close enough that it would still look good. Get this here. Yeah, because the stone cutter, like the top of the platform comes up a pixel or two higher than a slab goes. Yeah, it looks like just one above where a slab goes, but I figured it was close enough that it would still look good. I don't believe I have the material here to do such crafting. So I'll have to go back for that. So for the time being, I'll just go with the design as it is, but I need more signs. We're gonna take some of this to use this for sticks, because I have a lot more availability for that. And then I'm gonna need more oak for the actual signs. And for the moment, I'm just going to throw my supplies back in the chest here, the stuff that I actually need to build with. And we're going to do some tree cutting. I think you could put signs on the sides of them and it'd still look good. Are you talking about on the sides of like the stone platforms and stuff like I was talking about, or something else? Of the stone cutters. Yeah, that's it. That's the hope, because I want to keep kind of the look that they've got, uh, just slightly better. Um, but we need some wood for signs, which is what we've got. That should be plenty for some signs. We'll see if we can just tear these down to get the saplings we need. I was informed by some members of Nova Swarm that there is a way that you can have better odds of getting saplings by using a hoe with Fortune 3, I think they said. I would have to look back on the message, but I think my next investment in tools will probably be one of those just for operating the grove, similar to the oak spane that I have. Being able to keep it stocked with saplings would be a huge benefit for the overall usage of the grove. We're gonna put this in here. Eat a potato. And drop an apple in here. Make some signs. I don't know how many I need, and you know what? Sometimes you just need signs for later on. I don't know if 15 is going to be enough, so we'll do 30. It's going to be more than enough, and I'll have more for later as well. Future projects and whatnot. I'll probably also throw signs on the buildings, so mark it as lumber storage, Atlan Grove admin, lumber mill, stuff like that. This one is pretty straightforward when you look at it, but So this thing, whoops, oh, I've done it again. Wait, hold on, go to, oh, okay, the stack size is 16, that's why. Not 15 like I was thinking. So I think these will break when I replace this anyway, but there you kind of have the track that the logs would sit in. Let me go ahead and put these signs away where they're out of the way. And then we will continue on with the construction of the lumber mill. And you know what? Just in case maybe someone else pops into one of the channels, let's just switch over my channel on Discord real quick. Give me a second. That way, if one of our HiVECORE buddies pops on and decides they want to chat, we will have them there ready to go. Also, since I've got some people in chat, one thing I wanted to ask about is there are a couple of ways that I've seen people do their streams. Some that have a situation like I've got here with the overlay, where you've got the actual game screen is somewhat shrunk down from compared to like what full screen would normally be. And then there are others who do a full screen game window and then just overlay some of their UI elements. If they have chat up, they would have chat just kind of pop in on top of the whatever the game is. Their avatar obviously would be overlaid on top, which I do a little bit. I'm kind of standing in front of the screen here, but when I'm more idle, I'm out of the way of it. But point is, I'm curious to know what people's thoughts are on that matter. If there is a more kind of a widespread opinion of preference on that sort of thing, or if people just kind of go along with however it is as viewers, as if anyone has an opinion on that matter, I would be interested to hear it, because it's something I hadn't thought about until I saw someone discussing it recently in their own stream. Let me see here. Need to place some torches down. I think it's fine. I think as it is, it's fine. It has quite a bit of empty space unless you have more people on a call. But at least the whole game is visible and nothing is blocked. That's true. That is the main aspect that I worry about with a full screen perspective is that some you know game information can be lost. Um, Let me see your fences. Okay. I think in a situation where you're maybe not doing gameplay type thing, like when I've done the I get what that post is for now. Okay, it makes sense. Oh, because the roof probably doesn't come all the way down, maybe, and it just is over this. I don't know. We'll see. I think it does go all the way to the side though. But yeah, like when I've done those like one D&D playtest reviews, I think that's something where if I did it full screen, it would probably be fine because um there's still, the full page of the document, right? Because I'm looking at those in a PDF. There's still blank space from the PDF reader on the sides because otherwise I'd be zoomed in a lot closer than I normally would like to be, and wouldn't. I would have to be scrolling around a lot more when just reading through it. So, in situations like that, I feel like it works completely fine to do full screen, but gameplay, I think it can really depend on the game. It seems like some games are, have more screen space for you to do stuff like that. It seems like than others. Like Minecraft, for example, you whether I've got this open or that. I mean, I guess that's really it. Is the inventory and like the crafting menu. It's all in the center. There's lots of empty space on the sides. In the case of something like Minecraft, it'd probably be fine, but you know, I still would prefer for my streams to have more of a comfortable viewing experience for all. Um, which is why I kind of wanted to get some feedback there. Uh, that said, I had a thought that was in my brain space and it's disappeared, I think. So if it comes back to us, we'll deal with it later. For the time being, though, I'm going to run back to my house because I realized I also left scaffolding over there. I didn't have that on the worksite still, which is a mistake on my part. A lot of streamers end up having to move their overlay a bit so you can see what's going on. Yeah, I actually noticed that recently. I was watching a stream of someone playing through. It's in like the Monster Prom series of games, but it's like a road trip. I don't know specifically what it's called. It's probably something like Monster Road Trip or something. Uh, but anyway, I was watching them play that game, and they were doing a full screen thing with like their camera overlays. But the issue they kept running into is that game uses basically every edge of the screen for different information, as well as obviously you can never you can only go so far in from the edge before it gets to be a problem, since the center is where the bulk of the action is at in any given game. Um, but yeah, it was a game set up where they really didn't have a space for a camera. Um, you know what? We're gonna use this loaf of this stack of bread here. Scaffolding's probably an equipment. Yeah, it sure is. Is there anything else I needed from here? Oh, you know what? I could probably grab some stone because if I'm gonna do what I said, then I will need that. And while we're at it, let's see. I've made a stone cutter. How do I not have the recipe for one? That doesn't make any sense. All right, pull that up real quick. Uh, okay, so it's 3 stone, and it doesn't actually use a smooth stone like I thought it might. To break one of these down. I need to stop stockpiling so much iron. I don't use that much of it. Yeah, stone cutter is right there. Why couldn't I... Why wasn't that showing up before? All right, so we have our stone, we've got our scaffolds, we've got our stone cutter, um, which I think will make our little lumber mill look a lot better. It'll actually have a saw blade, maybe not quite as big as the saw blades you always see at lumber mills in various fantasy games, but you know, it's the best we got. Um, and in my opinion, it looks better than one of the lumber mill options I saw for blueprints when I was looking this up was one that had a big stone, like they used like just plain stone in a big like kind of jagged circular shape to kind of make the look of a saw blade. But I didn't think that looked very good for, you know, considering we do have a block that's got a saw blade on it, even if it's a small one. I think it would look a lot better than something that is an entire block wide, you know, and like 10 blocks uh, in diameter for a lumber mill saw blade. And the reason I wanted my scaffolding is because, as you can see, I'm coming up to a point where I'm building up and I don't have a good place to plant myself. Uh, I don't have like a way to get up properly. I don't know why. There we go. Can I... Why is scaffolding gotta be such... Like... Excuse me. Go. There we go. It's a pain to use sometimes, but when it works properly, it's handy. Okay, I need to figure out which level I'm on again. Okay, so I just did level 7, which is all of these posts. So level 8 is going to be beginning the roof here. Interestingly, they do actually use spruce. I feel like I'm kind of making an assumption here, but I feel like the logs should be going the long way, which their schematic doesn't seem to account for, but I bet if I looked at some pictures of it. Oh, they use the fully covered stuff. Well, I have logs, so I'm gonna go with that. Um, all right, and I have to go back to the schematic. And we've got some fence put on just the sides here as kind of like the support for the roofing structure. That's not even slightly where you're supposed to go. There we go. It's a lot more convenient. And there we go. Could have probably done that a lot quicker instead of the way that I wanted to do it, which took a bunch of time with the scaffolding and stuff. But it's over with now. Calm down. Oh, we got phantoms. This is too high. Why did I build this up here? Oh, I've ruined it. It's all gone awry. Oh, and I'm being assaulted. Oh, my life is so hard. Everything is a struggle. Ow. Stop it. Ow. Stop it. I'm gonna hide under the thing here. Oh, they're gonna burn up soon. It's daylight's coming. Alright, now to fix what I messed up. Alright, we're just gonna take the stair. Times like this, I would really love a vein miner mod to just pull down the entire stack all at once. But we're vanilla in this server. And so we're just going to have to deal with it. All right. Okay, that's all sorted. That's fixed. You need to get back up here for the next level, surely. Oh, that's weird. They didn't even close in the roof. They just... kind of do one of these. Whoops, don't know how that happened. Alright, I do, but... Anyway, point is, they do one of these and then just have kind of this central gap over the middle of it, right over the track, which I don't know. That seems weird to me. Oh, you know what? It's because they didn't do the whole schematic. They didn't put the schematic properly. Similarly, the tray is supposed to come off a block further, which is, well, we're not going to use that. We're going to use the stone anyway. So let me get back up there, and I'm going to have to get more spruce logs. For the moment, let's go ahead and put these in. And I suppose, what, halfway through we do the stone cutter? That would make sense, maybe. Either that or I do it earlier on in the track. I don't know. I feel like that could make sense. Like if I did the stone cutter like here, maybe? Towards the end. Okay. So like what if I did it, yeah, wrong way. They go sideways. Like that? You think that would work? Think that looks good? Is this what we want? Are we good? In the meantime, we'll put in our signs. Yeah. Whoops. Gotta crouch for that one. Got another D sign. It's not what we're going for. That's how it is in game. I only have 11 billion hours, so I'm sure I'm wrong, right? I've thought about doing some Skyrim on stream. but I don't know if it would actually be entertaining or if it would just be uh, me going around doing, you know, a bunch of stuff that everyone has already seen a million times. I don't know how to talk. When are we gonna stream Skyrim co-op? You know, that's a thing that could be done with what's that mod called? I don't remember it, but I'm sure you do. You've actually used it before. Um, there we go. So we've got a log that's getting ready to be processed. We've got the track that you know, it's not 100% on point, but you know, the stone matches the stone cutter better. Uh, goes right off to the end of the track there. Um, cool. We just need to get some spruce logs, finish up that roof. I'm not going to do sort of the kind of uh, the little thingamadoo that they have on the top where they've got the, you know, the decoration up on top of the roof, but I think it'll still look good. What am I doing? What have I come back for? I need I need spruce. Spruce wood. Spruce wood is what I need. So we're gonna go ahead to our spruce. Gonna grab some spruce logs. We're just gonna grab the full stack because that'll probably be a little bit easier to work with. Just so that we don't run out potentially, because I don't know how long this roof is. Skyrim Together Reborn. Yeah. You know, we'll have to look into that. Because as much as I do like Minecraft, I did partially get uh a little bit tired of playing only Minecraft on stream, which is why the other day I was what did I do? What have I done? What was my plan? Hold on. Am I am I going crazy? I definitely had a plan to play some other game. Um oh yeah, it was No Man's Sky. I was doing that the day before yesterday. Yesterday. God, I don't know days. It all blends together now. Point is, I went back to No Man's Sky because I wanted something that wasn't just Minecraft on my schedule for the week. Um so so I did that, and it was nice playing, you know, going back to a game that I haven't played in a long time, first of all, and then also just playing something other than Minecraft on stream. Because I very quickly became just a Minecraft streamer, it seemed like. And that's not the goal. That should never be the goal. um. Oh, no, 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 no. I thought I messed up because I was thinking this is where the the admin building was supposed to start. I thought I was gonna go over the middle of the road. No, this is the admin building torch. Um, these torches are actually no longer needed because that's not where the path ended up going. All right, so I'm gonna torch up the space down here a little bit to make sure it is illuminated properly, uh, or at least a little bit better than it was. But this is our lumber mill. It's a cozy little lumber mill, and you know, gets the job done. Jail speedrun, become exclusively a Minecraft streamer slash YouTuber. Oh no. Don't say that. That's ugh. Okay, so I guess what comes next is making the Atlan Grove kind of admin building, which is actually going to be going over here. So we're going to go ahead and clear out some space here just so that we're ready to build where the admin building needs to go. Because soon enough, I don't know if I'll do it on this stream because I'm not sure if I'm going to feel like it. But soon enough, this space is going to be full of admin building. Go ahead and just replace these with plain dirt because it's what it's going to be anyway. And that still leaves us just barely enough room to get into here for the time being. So it's still functionally usable. We'll just store our supplies from here in the charcoal chest. Because sometimes you do things and you realize you've done it wrong and you have to start over. Don't you wish you could copy paste build? Man, sure do. Like, if I could just be like, okay, this is done, let me like blueprint it so I can just replicate it elsewhere. Um, that would be fantastic. That would be like, that would be what's up. Unfortunately, it is not what's up. And so there is only, you know, tragedy and suffering or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about most times, so shifted building over by a block or two, just a little nudge. Yeah, that'd be super handy. Anything like that. Like, and here's the thing: there's mods that do that. You know, I'm well aware of that. I've used those mods, um, but you know, it is what it is, and it's not too bad if you haven't constructed something incredibly massive and whatnot, like I usually do. Um, all right, so we're gonna dig out this little space for the foundation of the admin building. And I think all of my buildings, all the buildings that I've been doing for the HiVECORE server here and everything, I kind of go into them thinking like, I'll probably change this from the blueprint that I'm using. You know, trade out some materials, make it something I like a little bit better. But you know, it I kind of accept that I'm going to have to rework buildings or change them because I know there's things that I don't like about them, or I might get access to certain materials more readily later on. Um, like this wasn't originally going to be anything like this. I was planning to probably use stone bricks and smooth stone for the edges and for the main path, but then because of the incredible efforts of the Nova Swarm team, we got lots of access to both of these materials as deep slate and nether quartz. So uh, ended up being able to completely reconfigure what I had plans to do with those walkways and make it a lot shinier, a lot neater. Um, hold on. Okay, I see where I'm at. Because those definitely wouldn't have been done with quartz if it were just me building it alone for myself. Thankfully, we have people like Nova Swarm and everyone else, you know, doing the light post this way. That was kind of a community effort as well. I got some feedback from everyone else to figure out what was the best looking way to do it. Um, so, dirt house build on my own. That's that's how I feel sometimes. I'm not I don't have the eye for making stuff that looks good, I think. Um I could never think of what to put in at least. most times for Minecraft buildings and whatnot. Hold on. Oh, okay, I get. I see where I'm at. I thought I messed up already. Hold on. Okay, no. We're good. 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 Nothing's messed up. Calm down. It's just a game. You know what I did mess up is these are offset by one. Now this is going to be a pretty small structure. Obviously, like this is the entire footprint for the building, but it is also just a small part in the hold on. What? Okay, never mind. I think I see what's going on here. It is a small piece in the operation of Atlan Grove, so it doesn't need to be a big old thing or anyway. Can I do doors without having like a frame to it? Yeah, okay. I can just throw them down there. These walls are gonna be some planks. These are gonna go all the way around. On the outside here, it looks like we've got some cobblestone. And this is one I think I'm remembering now why this building seemed like something I'm going to have to change a lot is because I think there's some weird designs that they have going on here. Oh, like the fact that there is nothing to activate these pistons, but I need them up. There's nothing on the schematic at least. I think that should have actually been done with a pickaxe. Shoot. I jumped in for a piece of dirt. I don't care about the dirt. I'm going to see if maybe... Oh, I'll have to make another one for the other piston. So we're going to need another redstone torch, which I don't have here. Let's put our supplies away. Run away from the zombie. Turn around and kill him, because he got what's coming to him. And I have to go get a redstone. Because the schematic was designed in such a way that the piston is supposed to be up, but there is nothing in the schematic to put the piston in the extended position. I assume because maybe this was designed using some outside of Minecraft type software or something, where they could just place a full like extended piston instead of the normal one, and because it's not in the game, it doesn't function like the game does. Like some sort of, because I think there's software out there that people have made for designing Minecraft schematics probably. So I'm guessing it's like that. Because I've seen schematic like this before where it had a bunch of redstone lamps that were supposed to be on, but had nothing to turn them on. And they were designed in such a way where there could be nothing placed to light them without being out in the open, because they were at the top of single block wide pillars. So just kind of a improper design on their part. I don't appear to have any redstone. I'm sure I did, though. I don't think I used it all somehow. I don't do redstone stuff. Oh, you know what? I might have just left it out at Nova Swarm's place, because I've done that before. where I just was like, oh, I don't need this, 3 stacks of paper, so I'll leave it at Novaswarm's place so other people can use it, if they needed it to make money from villagers or something. So, um, I'm gonna go ahead and head on over there and see if I can steal just a single redstone, because I think it would be fair play. Uh, and I think what I might do here is just briefly step away for a second while I get on the rails in a moment. Still really love the kind of the subway system that Nova Swarm is building. It's super cool. And using the deep slate for it looks really good. Gives a nice contrast to the lighter colored stone and stuff that you see most of the time. Once you get down here, it all starts kind of blending together, but up above, it's a nice contrast. All right, so I'm going to set myself on the rails, and I will be back momentarily if I can go. All right, and with near perfect timing, definitely not sitting here for, you know, some amount of time. I've returned. And we will achieve our redstone that we need. And, in maybe about a half hour here, we'll probably see Dragon Durant, the multiverse's favorite blue armor wearing spaceman, hop into the server as well. I believe he is scheduled for that time. So, um, I want to just go over to the Nova Swarm marketplace here and see. God, they make such cool looking things, buildings and stuff. You got the little thing with the frog up on top. Ugh. You know, while I'm here, maybe I'll patch up my axe a little bit. You know what? That's like off stream stuff. I don't think anyone wants to see me just killing stuff at a zombie farm, at an XP farm. That'd be too boring. And this is netherite anyway, so it'll last, 5,000 years. Oh, they've changed it up. Nice. We've got these guys kind of up against the wall now. Maybe a little bit easier to reach than they were when they had one of these. And we've got more stone cutters. One more stone cutter, specifically. That's great. That's awesome. Okay, so I didn't find any redstone here. Because I thought maybe I had left it in one of those places to be used by other people if there was some villager that would buy redstone. So what I probably did is I probably left it in their storage building. So I'll just kind of sneak in real quick and steal just a single spot of redstone, because that's all I need, because I'm not smart enough to figure out difficult redstone contraptions. Just a single bit. That's all we need. And then we'll be back on the rails heading back home. Oh, nice. They've got a little stairway going up here, and takes you right up to the elevator. Previously, we were having to climb these vines here. I think that's just another path down into the subway. Remember when I was 14, I played with an 11-year-old and they could redstone. Man, listen. If... Now, I don't want to make any assumptions, but if you've got the free time of an 11-year-old, man, like, there's no, like, super complex schoolwork that you have to do, right? And school doesn't even last as long as, like, high school does and stuff, so that's lots of time to learn how to do redstone. See, my problem is I started playing Minecraft way later. I somehow completely missed this chat message from Nova Swarm talking about telling Meg to sleep soon. That must have been near when I was being attacked by phantoms. I assume Meg has a situation where she was able to do her fishing or whatever else she's doing in the security of a safe space where the phantoms don't go. And most of the time when I'm playing, I just kind of deal with it anyway. It's like the phantoms. It's like, they're an inconvenience, if anything. They're not like creepers where they'll actually actively destroy stuff. The problem with wanting to get into it more and get into it now is that it keeps getting more complex. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I don't know. I figure I'm never gonna learn how to do redstone stuff beyond like very simple things, and I'll just look it up whenever I want to do something more complex. Because someone else has probably already figured out how to do anything I could want to do as long as it's possible. And if it's not possible, then, that kind of solves the problem in another way. All right. The only downside to the subway is that it's like all the way down as low as it could possibly be, I think. Like, genuinely, I don't know if you can go any deeper than they've put it. Um, okay, so it does show where the Grove is still, even though I changed, got rid of the banner. So maybe I would have to have that map out for it to update and remove that marker, or maybe it'll just stay until it's replaced. I'm not sure. Anyway, I think at some point I would like to set up a spot that is kind of far away from everything. We've got like all of this like dark forest jungle type situation going all around here. We've got kind of the hills here. Um, I would like to find somewhere cool. I don't know. Maybe like maybe actually cool, like somewhere snowy that isn't the top of a mountain, and have a little hideaway out there somewhere. I adjusted my schedule too much. Now I want to sleep at 8 p.m. I know that feeling. Pretty much anytime I like get back on a good sleep schedule, uh I start feeling super tired by like 8 p.m. And it's like I just need to push through this last like at least another hour. Like if I go to sleep at 9 p.m., that's not the end of the world. But yeah. Man, Zero G, I know we kind of went through uh all the emotions last time we played Satisfactory, but they just pushed out experimental version of Update 7. So you might have seen me playing a little bit of that recently. Um, and that is why I was very interested in trying out the newest stuff. Uh, but of course, I started with an entirely fresh save, so I'm just going through everything again. But I'm hoping to get to the point where I get the blueprints machine and try to mess with that and see if setting up places to build stuff um, will be as smooth as I'm hoping it'll be. Because if it is, then that completely changes the game, right? Like if I don't have to figure out every fine detail and rebuild manually by hand every single building for every little factory that I need to make stuff, um, then those late tier progression stuff will be a lot easier to work towards. Are you daring to suggest the return of Satisfactory Tuesdays? I think if there is a return to Satisfactory Tuesdays, we wait until uh, we're at a point where we've got certain things unlocked, like the blueprint machine. Um, but I don't think it's time for Satisfactory Tuesdays just yet because one of the things in like their patch notes and stuff is that there's issues with multiplayer. with the blueprints and stuff. So uh maybe, if there is ever going to be a return to Satisfactory Tuesdays, probably wait until they get that all sorted. Oh no. I've done it wrong as usual. Um shoot, this is actually supposed to be offset slightly the other direction. Because this table is supposed to be right up against the wall. And since it's a table, we've got some stairs that are going to be our seating. Because this is not modded Minecraft, there's only so much we can do. We don't have actual functional seating. How dare they, but also thank God. I don't know if I ever can take Satisfactory Tuesday. Yeah, I think it's definitely not something to do just yet. Maybe, one of these days, but not now. Uh I'm just messing around in it off stream just to whoops. Just to kind of check out the new content before it's actually released. Cuz that's what I did with update 6. I was too excited to get into update 6 because of the equipment slots and stuff. So I had to jump into it as soon as it went into experimental. We need a cauldron and a furnace here. These are some things that I think I might end up taking out, but also I kind of see the purpose, right? Like if this is the office, then it needs a little kitchenette, right? But if we have all this space on the side here, how dare you? I might move them over to where it's not right here and right in front of the doors. I'm gonna have to. I'll probably look at it after I've got everything else built up, but for now at least, we'll just get duck in here for a second. While I look at the schematic. For now, I'll just leave it, and then I'll probably move them later. But I do think having a little kitchenette makes sense. Oh, looks like we might be sleeping. Someone's sleeping. Ellie is pushing for the sleep. That makes sense. Ow! How dare you? We got phantoms. We sure do. Uh, Man, do you have Nexus Premium? Because if you don't, then modding Skyrim is gonna suck. It sure is. Honestly, last time I did like a full fresh install of Skyrim or Fallout or something, I ended up getting oh, I know what I did wrong. The whole thing is shifted one square to the side. That's why these were right. But yeah, the last time I did that and just decided it's like, you know what? To save me some time, this is going to be a worthwhile purchase. And I just got Nexus Premium uh for that playthrough. Because I don't have it normally because I don't play that much. Or I don't go through and do that much mod downloading all at once. It's only ever when it's like completely from the start getting an entirely fresh modded game from nothing. They used to have a lifetime membership that they got rid of. How dare they get rid of it? That would be fantastic. What happens to people that already had the lifetime membership? Like, do they get grandfathered in? Or are they just like screwed? Okay. Yeah, because I could see, them being not like, because I mean they're basically just like some dudes, whatever, like not like some massive corporation like a phone company or something. Um, I could see them just being cheap and being like, nah, you have to pay now like everyone else. But it's good that that's not the case for those people that did pay up already. Okay. So yeah, this little cobblestone rise is supposed to be on the very edges, which is what I did wrong. Um, boop and a boop and one there. I put these down just to mostly get them out of my inventory. Um, all right. Need to spruce this place up. I'm so funny. Um, this is all gonna be cobblestone. The windows, nope, not windows. Thought those would have been windows, but they're not. Uh, that is something we'll definitely see about changing because it seems weird to have a building like this without windows. We got all kinds of room for windows too. Like all this is like cobblestone that I'm putting in here, but I think it might look better with glass. Let's see. Make sure I have these set to face the right way. Oh, they are windows. It's just like tiny ass little porthole windows. Which I say tiny, but if a block is a meter wide, that's still like a 3 foot window, which is pretty normal, I think. What ver uh what version of Windows Vista? Gross. All right. Anything else on this layer? I don't believe so. Next layer is more spruce. You should see how Minecraft looks in VR. I would love to. Because yeah, if it is anything like that, where like a block is a meter, like that would completely change my idea of any of this. Um, I don't think I like what they're doing here because there's gonna be an opening above my door, and that's disgusting. So I might change that. We'll see. I also don't like the fact that these oops, I don't need those. Wait, maybe I do. Yeah, I do. I also don't like that these are just like open, and also the fact that they go from cobblestone to stone brick. That seems weird to me. So there's probably going to be a bunch I change on this building. But we're going to build it as it is first and then just replace the bits we don't like. Um, and speaking of replacing bits, I might also change out the floor because the interior floor of a building being cobblestone sounds like a nightmare for your feet. I don't fully know what they're going for here. I'm gonna see in a minute, I guess. But first of all, Gotta put down some logs. Which I think are positioned the way they are because there's going to be some roofing that goes in here. And if that weren't the case, then I would really be questioning why they would be offsetting the logs from the other logs. But I'm going to trust them just for a moment. All right. We're doing some of this. Some of this is happening right now. I don't know if I'm happy with this. I honestly, I'm probably going to put a big ass window right there. Because I think that will probably end up looking good. God, this is disgusting. I hate this. These windows are just... If I could have them filled with glass, that'd be something. But also, this window is literally, like, I'm barely peeking in. Like, it's at, like, nose level. Why would the window be set so high? Do you remember Windows Vista? So the thing with Windows Vista, when that came around, I think the computer I had access to at the time, like, we just stuck with what we had. And then by the time I got a computer of my own, after that, it was already, you know, Vista was already old news. At least we got Windows 7 right after. Yeah, Windows 7 felt like it went very quickly after Vista, which is probably for the best. Okay, now, so this schematic called for a redstone torch, which I ended up repurposing for these. But what the schematic wants is for a redstone torch to be placed right there, I think, as like the sole source of lighting for this place, because they don't have anything else. So I'm just going to replace it with a normal torch.
Hello, Mr. Dungeon Master.
Whoa, it's Nefeltan and not the galaxy's favorite, the multiverse's favorite space rock person.
Sir, hello. You've been muted.
Oh, I was muted on Discord. Whoops. So
You were
my
muted on
avatar has not
Discord.
been moving at all. I was just talking about. I just repeated what I said in the game chat. So you didn't miss anything super crazy.
Yeah. Yo, it's Neff. What are you up to tonight, my friend?
I built a lumber mill, a Skyrim lumber mill.
Oh, very cool.
And I'm building kind of the admin building for Atlan Grove, and I realized in the process of it all that I'm going to completely tear down the storage building and move it over.
Oh, I see.
So that's fun. I'm probably not going to do that part tonight.
I went over by the Grove on Monday. I hadn't seen it. It's very cool.
Oh yeah, we got this sick walkway done now.
Dude, the phantom is sorry, phantoms are killing me. It's invading my speech. The fountain is awesome. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I really like how it turned out. I just need to get around to actually putting in the rest of the water. But yeah, Rig came through with like 5 billion nether quartz to help fill in the rest of the walkway that was desperately in need.
I see. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I really like the Grove so far. You've done a fantastic job with it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to figuring out how to connect it to your place and to Cat City. Because we got the pathways going out north and south. We just need to put in actual roads.
I am very far to the north, I think.
Yeah, I think you're north of the Grove.
Yeah, something like
Um,
that. I stole some dark oak from the grove on Monday, but I replanted it, so it's okay.
yeah, I mean that's what it's here for. Hopefully, in time with Oaksbane, the netherite axe I got from Rig. Uh,
You go, yeah, you named it Oak Spade. That's cool.
yeah, Rig named it, and he gave it to me. It's got mending
Ah,
on it. It's gonna last
very
forever.
cool.
It's incredible. I've never had a
Very
netherite
cool.
tool. Um,
I need to get netherite, man. I'm sitting here procrastinating on it because I hate getting netherite so much, dude. It's
uh,
so bad.
yeah, I think Rig was doing some netherite farming last time I streamed, and
Mhm.
he gave me an axe afterwards, and it was super good.
Cool.
Um, yeah, in time I plan to have the wood storage building just full of wood anytime anyone comes through.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Alrighty
Uh,
then. Well, have a fun time working on your administration building. I'm gonna pop over to the other chat and see what the other two are up to.
all right, have fun.
Have a good night.
Okay, where am I? Put in the torch. Next level. Right. It wants this place's roof constructed out of wool, which I find absolutely atrocious and disgusting, so I'm not going to do that. I have constructed the server's greatest farm for all kinds of wood, so instead we're going to make the roof out of wood. I think I'm going to go with dark oak. Dark oak looks readily available. There's plenty of it, and I think it'll be a good contrast. So, uh, we're going to go ahead and build up some oak stairs. That's spruce. Not what I want. I want the dark. Oh, I don't think I meant to do that. Um, but it's probably fine. I'll go ahead and just do a stack for now. I'll almost certainly need more, but that'll be good enough for now. Where did all these bookshelves go? Got all these bookshelves. Oh, they actually go on this layer. So let me start with. Oh, oh, you know what? The easier way to do this would be to just be like, boop, 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 boop. That's where we keep the wealth of tree knowledge in those 8 bookshelves. All of the combined knowledge of trees in the Minecraft world, right there. Uh, go oak wood planks. This whole side is going to be oak wood. And then over here, do more of this. Uh, where'd our spruce go? Spruce in the gaps. You know, the admin building is turning out taller than I taller than anticipated, which is a problem I've run into a lot in Minecraft. Is I always picture the buildings being shorter than they are, but it's also not super big, so I think it's fine. It's only going to be about 3 more layers on top of this, which is all roof anyway. Why in the world would they have used a redstone torch as the only light source in the entire building? That's atrocious. Um, okay. Okay. Yep, so this is exactly what I was talking about. these being offset makes no sense. Could have had the logs continue up on all sides like normal, and it would have looked better, in my opinion, as a professional, which I am. So deal with it. God, I'm gonna change so much about this building. I don't like it. The whole building. Just, hold on, my avatar has been moved. I wonder if maybe I just hit the mute button at some point without realizing because I have it on my mouse. Yeah, so I don't like the floor that they used. I don't like what they've done with the windows because it's not glass. This is just an empty wall that's disgusting. Those books are way too high to be useful. That should be set significantly lower. Maybe I'll do like windows here, just in the two spaces, and then have bookshelves run kind of sticking out from the wall, but running along there, where someone could actually physically reach the books. Have the little kitchenette on this side with a large window on the back. Fix this nightmare. Because I don't know, maybe they wanted it to be like a pattern, but I'm just thinking of like if this is a structure that is using wooden supports, having floating wooden supports like that is what? 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 Gah. And this is a nightmare. I hate it. These blocks are stupid. Okay. Back to building. Oh god, I smell delicious food in my place of living now, and I want it. But it is probably not time just yet. All right, now what are they doing here? They put wood planks on one side but not the other. What are they doing? They don't know how to build. Now I'm not going to have enough wood planks because their schematic didn't account for those 8 missing. Because I'll tell you what, the 8 that I need to place that they did account for probably go right there. Ugh. This is gross. Whoever designed this needs to apologize to me. Not really. But you know, they felt like it. I'd take an apology. Needs to eat a butt. Hold on. Does Spruce not go here? Spruce does go here. Oh, Spruce is right here. Haha. And then, yeah, 8 oak planks that I don't have because they did their building wrong. Now, okay. 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 I could probably shave a layer at least off of this too. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do it later. I don't want to do it now. I went to make a building, immediately became just so disgruntled. By immediately, I mean when I was nearing finished, but I was at least slightly disgruntled the whole way. Now, do I have a layer of, like, spruce slabs? No? No, I don't. Of course I don't. But I'm going to. Because to heck with them. Dark oak is what I meant anyway. Do the dark oak slabs. That'll ensure nothing can spawn up here because it's all stairs and slabs. The roof is a different material, so... God, what is that? No. Stop it. Also, I feel like I could cut these out and replace that with like a... I don't know, like a fence post, and it would probably look better. I definitely want to cut out this entire layer. Like this layer, I'm just gonna chop it off, move the rest of the roof down by one. I'm sleepy and have a headache. Have to prep for tomorrow. What should I do and why is it going to sleep? You should probably sleep, and then you'll be up bright and early to prep for tomorrow. Tomorrow. That's what I would do. Just for now, I'm just going to put these in a way that at least slightly makes sense. But I'm probably not going to keep them there. What if I only have one small quest and the game lasts 20 minutes? Then we'll spend the rest of the time role playing. Talking about how to quantify how attractive someone is for 30 minutes while I sit there bored out of my mind. That is what being a GM turns into sometimes. All right. Um, so I've got the two buildings I plan to do built. I think I'm immediately gonna work on fixing this up because I don't like it. I don't like it. I dislike it so much, which means I'm gonna chop off the whole top of the building and redo it. Um, I also don't like these. These are dumb. It's maybe based on something like some sort of like historical kind of building design, but I don't like them. Especially with it all being made of cobblestone. I'll change this whole floor out at some point. Good night. Have a good rest of your stream. Yeah, have a good one, man. Um, Definitely gonna trade these out, which I'll do after I fix the roof. And I'm not adding anything to the roof, so I shouldn't need anything in my inventory. I'm just moving it all down one. I'll probably keep oak wood, oak planks in my inventory, actually. You know what? I'll actually get the dark oak as well. Make some more stairs. Yeah. I don't need that much probably, but I want to have the roof come out a little bit on the sides. I think that'll look better. I'm gonna fix this, and I absolutely mean it when I say fix. I think they kind of dropped the ball on this, trying to make like a pattern, which is cool, making patterns, but I don't think this is the place to do it. Um, so let's get back up here. I just put all this in, but I'm immediately tearing it down because I know about efficiency. Ugh. I, I should have addressed these issues that I was having as I was having them instead of waiting to see what the final product looked like. What is happening in the chat? Not my chat, the game chat. We did see Dragon Durant popped on, the Multiverse's favorite blue armored space person. Which is probably saying a lot, because I think there are a lot of space people that wear blue armor. Oh, this is gonna just turn these into books. I'm gonna remake the bookshelves. Ugh. I blame whoever designed this building for my recent and ongoing troubles. All right, so I'll start the roof on this layer. So maybe that means... what does that mean? I'll also take these out. I think I'll just do glass between the logs.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, it's Dragon Durant, the Multiverse's favorite blue armored space person.
Blue armored space person. Oh man, I didn't know I had such a reputation. What's going on? How you doing?
I mean, I was just saying this. There's probably a lot of blue armored space people, so that really means a lot, you know.
Oh hell yeah, let's go. I'm at the top. What are you working on? I just got on. We're saying hello to whoever we see out there. I need to mute that. And then yeah, what are you working on?
I'm working on the admin building for Atlan Grove. I got done earlier building the lumber mill. I think it turned out really well. It's a Skyrim lumber mill, basically. Um, and I just finished up building the kind of admin building. And I've torn down about half of it to rebuild it because I didn't like what the schematic had. And so I'm redoing it all. Just trying to figure out how I want to redo it. Windows, these spots. Replace this with that. There we go. Yeah, just working at the Grove. Putting in the buildings that I've been planning on. Nothing too special. Are these spruce? These are spruce.
Oh, you know what? No wonder you can hear me. I'm talking to myself on mute out here. Fun.
Oh, shoot.
I don't even remember pushing the button. But yeah, I see it. I pulled up your stream and watching it through the brief little delay here. But yeah, the Grove is coming along. Something blew up above me somewhere.
Oh,
Who
that's
knows? We're not going to
cool.
go outside. Dangerous outside.
So, I think it was last time, like last week, but do you have a new pickaxe now? I didn't.
A new pickaxe? Yeah, I have 3 pickaxes now. So I got this is my axe, which it's not really an axe, it's a pickaxe, but you know, my brain typed that in. And then yeah, that was the first one. We managed to make our first diamond pickaxe. And then that was getting low. So I think last time I streamed, we went over and made another pickaxe and called it emotional support. So that's there whenever I need mending on the other pickaxes, and then that should be be some support for me.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Regil gave me whatever is above diamond. I forget what it's called, but he gave me one called Digging Deep in I guess in a commemoration of Deep Rock Galactic that we might be collabing against soon. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he was saying that he was in the Nether doing a bunch of like farming for stuff or whatever.
Yep.
I know because that's when he got me a bunch of Nether quartz, which helped finish out the walkway at the Grove.
Yeah, he's out there being the delivery man.
But yeah, like just as I was like signing off for the night, he popped in, and he delivered me Oaksbane, which is
The
a
hell is that?
netherite axe. So he gave me like the ultimate
Ah,
tree cutting implement.
hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, okay. He's being a full on support character, man.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, actually,
uh
I mean, can't really say much because the entire Nova Swarm group, Ellie and Regal in particular, they've Minecrafted. They've
yeah.
mined and they've crafted and they've done a lot. So it's been a good thing for everyone to have them around. Very cool, very cool. Well, maybe we'll stop by the Grove later. We'll see how far we get tonight. But I'm gonna go swing by, say hi to everybody else, and probably settle in one of the other channels.
Sounds good.
Ooh, all right, fly away.
All right, so fun little check-in with Dragon Durant there. Um, always good buddy to talk to. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to do the roof starting on this layer. And I wanted to have it come out a little bit on the sides. I think kind of settled with these logs going across, as you could see. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna get rid of these ones and just have the long logs being kind of, because you need that support, right? Like if how would this log going this way be holding up here? But if the log continues across, it makes sense all of a sudden. And we'll just do oak wood on top. Then we'll go reclaim our dropped log over here. And all these openings, I'm just going to fill in with glass panes or full like glass blocks. I'll probably do panes because I prefer them. It feels a little bit more realistic. And then you also have that little windowsill, right? Which I think looks nice. And these ones are only going to be short. They're just going to be the, seeing a single block tall, but too wide. And then on the sides, we'll have the big windows. So you can see Cat City in the distance there. You can see the Grove there. But of course, the lumber storage building is going to go here. So your view from this side looking at the Grove is going to be a little blocked, but it's not like you can see like the fountain and everything from here anyway. So it's not the end of the world. Um, and you'll also be able to see the pathway going between, going down to the lumber mill. So I think that works out really well. And we will continue with this on this side. There we go. Oh, and you know what? Probably going to do one of these because otherwise it looks a bit clunky, not having that kind of smoother transition as it angles upward. continue over here. And I should, at this point, no longer need to drop down onto ground level. I should be able to do everything else from up here. I'm going to completely forgo the books because I feel like those are unnecessary at this point. We're not going to fill this in. We're just going to do one of these. And then more stairs. More stairs. And you know what I kind of want to do? Let's do one of those. Which, if I've placed it right, I think I have. I think that'll look good. From down below. And then we top it off with dark oak slabs. How did I not have enough? Let's grab our dark oak slabs. I've, of course, placed one wrong. Drop that in there. And I'm confident that this is all done properly, so there we go. From the inside, it just looks like this, which I could also just do upside down oak stairs to, like, if I did like that, and then did like a slab in there or something, to kind of smooth out the transition. I'm going to see if I can do that, actually. I think, because I can do the upper slab on the underside of this. That would be better with actual just a full block, huh? But do like so. Let's see if we can finish this out real quick. I don't know how many stairs I need. 4 is just enough. Then, yeah, I can put in that, and it kind of artificially fills the space, but I think it looks good. And what I'll probably do is I'll hang lanterns, like right there and right there. I'll just need to grab the lanterns from home. And to keep up with the style of the Grove, I'll probably do the soul lanterns as well, because I think it'll look good. For now, we'll just drop a torch in the center here to make sure nothing is spawning in here. And then later on, I'll figure out what to replace the floor with. I'm less concerned about that right now than I was with the rest of the building. I think is very much in need of a rework from the schematic, so I think we've got a good structure there. We'll go ahead and run back to home, grab some glass panes. Might need to make some glass for that, I'm not sure, but I need the glass panes and I need lanterns, which are all back at my house. So let's go ahead and go do that. And then we'll return, and the timing it's taking to build these structures, I think, works out really well for what we were aiming for this stream. You know, we've got maybe a half hour left on stream, and we took care of the majority of what we were looking to. It took a little bit longer than it would have normally, probably, but that's because we ended up changing plans and figuring things out while we were, you know, at it. So I actually have 2 lanterns, which is exactly what I need. it looks like I have 9 glass panes. That's definitely not going to be enough. But what I can do is I can cook up some sand. Cook up some sand. Potatoes can come out because they can instead go in here. Because the smoker goes faster anyway, which is why those ones were done, but the other ones were not. Go ahead and throw the potatoes in the food here. Potatoes are quickly overtaking everything else, so let's go ahead and we'll actually take some of these meat products with us so that we can use those up, because we don't have the setup right now to rapidly mass produce meat foods anyway, so it works out this way. And then I'll just keep this half of a stack of potatoes for my own usage once these other foods are gone. Man, this actually goes really quickly. I thought it would take longer to make these. 41 should certainly be enough. So we'll head back. Actually, while we're here, I was just thinking that the lamps I have outside my house are not quite what I would like, because, again, I like the blue of the soul lanterns. We'll just replace those quickly. Maybe pop one of those there, and up there. Because I think those could look good in that spot. I ended up with way more nuggets than I intended. But it's fine. It's not a problem. Now we are going to return and finish up with the admin building, which is really more of it's not really the kind of office building I had intended. There's really not any part of it that looks like an office building. It really just looks like a break room. But I mean, you know, if you're here, you're working at the Grove, right? You're chopping down trees all day. You're running trees, you're running logs through the lumber mill. And, you know, occasionally doing some planting of trees as well. You know, you're gonna need a place to sit down and have some potatoes, and you know, that's what we've got here, I think. Wasn't looking to destroy this bit of beach, but we'll just kind of fill it in as much as we can with what was left over. Actually, didn't destroy as much as this guy is not long for this world. All right. Back to work. Now my sword is made to fight undead, not spiders, so they take a bit more to actually put down than the zombies and things do. What I'm thinking I might do here, as far as like the floor goes, because that's the only thing left on the on this building that I didn't really do. I don't know who she's talking to, but it's probably not me. let's see. Oh, I missed a window. And you know what? We'll go ahead and take a stack of charcoal because the hard workers of Atlan Grove need their oven working at a moment's notice. And we're also going to need a countertop. You know what? We're going to give them a marble countertop. That's wool. That's not quartz. I don't have the quartz here. Dang it. I thought I did still. So let's see. Actually, I'll take all this. I don't need these. Don't need this. Don't need this. Put that there just in case I want to use it. So we're going to see, do I want banner on the left or banner on the right? Sign will go on the other side. I think sign goes on the right. Do I want just the name of the place or do I want it to specifically say this is like admin, office, whatever? I think I will give it, what do I call it? Do I call it office? Yeah, I think that works. So I'll need to take what do I need? I need to take a map, and I think I need to reconfigure that marker, but that is for another time. Right now, what I want to do, get rid of this torch because we don't need it there. Maybe I bring the lights in one space further. Oh, using the wrong tool for that. I think that might better light it. Let's see. I don't think these lamps actually are lighting this place enough. Maybe if I drop it down one. That's crazy. Does the soul lamp really not light it as much? If I drop them down one, though, that should be closer to where they need to be to actually light this stuff up. I think I need 7 or 8. I think it needs to be above 7, so I think I need 8. Let me see. Do I have... I don't have anything I could do that with real quick, just to test. So just to test, I'm going to take some dirt. I'm going to use that as a place to put a thing to put the lamp on. And then if this gives us the lighting we need, then I'll... God, I don't like having it immediately overhead, but that's honestly like a lot of light fixtures I've seen. Okay, so... Now... Well, this block doesn't matter because I'm going to put something here. These blocks do matter because they're not going to have anything there. Okay, so I'll just remove the dirt. Oh, shoot. I can't remove the dirt until I have chain to put in its place. So, okay. I think I know what to do now. This is not really necessary, so we'll store that back there. So we're going to go back. We're going to get some chains, because I think we have some left over. If we don't, we can make some, but the materials are back home. And we're going to get some quartz, because that's also something that's back home that I need. I also need to put a sign on the mill. It doesn't really need any introduction because it's pretty straightforward what it is, but I think having a sign would be a good idea. Maybe at least having a sign on the road that's going to it. Actually, I'll probably have a sign at the intersection that points to each of the buildings. So Atlan Grove kind of comes in 4 parts. There is the lumber mill, the office, the storage building, and the grove itself. All right, I'm looking for chains. I only have 1. Okay, so I'll need to make more chains. What goes here? This, that, these. I don't have enough room for these. So what we're gonna do is we're going to... Oh, that doesn't work. All right, this will go here. That goes into equipment. These are to be eaten. So I need some metal to make a chain. Can put the iron back, because I only need the 2. Oh, almost forgot the quartz for the countertop, because I want anyone who works at Atlan Grove to know that they are deserving of luxury. And in Atlan Grove, luxury comes in the form of quartz. Because nether quartz is not the easiest thing to come by. It's one of the closest things to valuable as I can think of in this world, and you know, as the kind of the stand-in for marble, it makes a lot of sense for a countertop. So we'll head back there. We'll install that and fix up those that lighting situation. And then the office building is going to be 100% complete. The only thing I can think of that would cause me to change the office building now is if I wanted to trade out the dark oak for something that didn't mesh with the oak log bark as much. Oh, and I'll need to redo the flooring. I forgot about that. That's not something for now, though. That is something for another time. So I'm at least going to do 1 here. But I'm thinking maybe 1 there as well. In fact, maybe just continue it along there. Have your little kitchenette here. Have the actual dining area there. I'll need to get Nova Swarm has plenty of all of those things. I was gonna step in and say I've got some string and stuff. Even though I know it's probably not that much. I don't know how much she needs. But I know that I've collected a fair amount of bows from various monsters that I've slain in working on the grove here and all of that. So, something that completely slipped my mind while I was over there is I wanted to get a stack of potatoes for the workers. Uh, just, it's nothing and it serves no purpose, but it sets the scene, right? And that's what this whole building is for. Like it serves no practical purpose in terms of the game, but it's there for. Ooh, that's precarious pit. It's there for the story of it all. So I also need to remember to put up my signs that I mentioned. Is there anything else I need from home before I return? I think that might be it. So get our stack of potatoes. We will grab. Oh yeah, maps. So I want to make sure I can update the map as necessary. I think it'll be fine regardless, because it's not really going to change where the marker is too much. It's going to shift it, less than a chunk, which I believe is either 8 or 16 blocks. 8 would make sense, right? That's like a kind of the number that is at the basis of everything in this game, as well as like, computers. But point is, oh, that green marker is it's not a person, it is the original map of this region. Okay, so I think next time I kind of have two projects that I want to work on. And we're not quite at the end yet, but we're nearing it. So next time I have two projects I want to work on. The first one is somewhat similar to the spire over in Cat City there. I want to build what is being called the Spire of Ascuron, which is named after a Lich character in a D&D setting I made. Is that? Oh, okay, that did the thing. And that spire is going to be at the top of the hill that Jammy's house is built into. And it is going to have ideally some sort of flame atop it, like over at Cat City. That tower with the floating nether flame on top of it. What would make it better is if I could do a blue one. So I'm going to have to see if I can do, because I know if you're in the nether, there are blue flames around in certain biomes. So I'm hoping that's something that you can do in the overworld as well. But I don't have the experience with it to know off the top of my head. So it's something I'm going to look into. And I'm not entirely sure how I want to design it, but I have the basis of the structure already figured out. So I'm just going to be getting a bunch of materials for that off stream. I might do rebuilding this off stream because I don't think it's anything too exciting to see built. But when I do rebuild this, I might lower the roof, get rid of that unused attic space that's above here, and just move the whole structure over to here where it belongs. where it was originally going to be and where it will be now. So that's kind of my goal for next time. But now we've got the building. Oh, you know what? One last quick trip back. I want to fill the cauldron so that the sink is in working order. And then I'll just have to check with Nova Swarm off stream or something at some point to see where I can acquire more deep slate because they have worked with a lot, but I think they're also using it a lot for their various structures. So I want to make sure I'm not taking materials that are belonging to someone else. Neff is making a fight pit. Incredible. We're definitely going to have to see that later on. Maybe in the future. I know we've done a couple tours of the Nova Swarm HQ, but we'll have to stop by Neff City and Cat City on stream one of these times and see what's going on there and check in with some of the other folks around to see what they've been up to while we've been working on the Grove. We're going to grab our bucket and we're going to run back. Go ahead and claim some water now while we're at it. Well, you know what? I started eating potatoes. I have fish still. I can only imagine that Meg subsists entirely on fish because she's talking about fishing all the time. I think that's how she, what she does to mend her gear is she goes fishing, I think. So I imagine she goes through a ton of fish as her main food source in Minecraft. Whereas I subsist largely just on potatoes. Um, all right, so let's actually just check in here, see. Okay, yeah, no sand here to take back to my house. Let's see about doing a quick bit of sorting here. Um, go. Dark oak planks and oak planks and dark oak planks and spruce logs. Those all need to go into storage. We have a place for that. Things are going wild in the chat. All right, so we've got our office building here. We've got our lumber mill down here. I don't think I'm going to put a sign on the lumber mill, but I am going to put a sign directing to it from here at the intersection. And before we go on, before I forget, I'm going to swing by storage building here. I've got oak planks, got dark oak planks, and spruce logs. So I'm going to do a sign right here. It says the Grove that way. Lumber storage that way. Office that way. This is not the time I have to redo that sign now, you son of a bitch. The fact that you can't go in and edit signs is something that mods figured out ages ago that the base game still hasn't. All right, so you can see the Grove is that way, lumber storage will be that way, the office will be that way, and the lumber mill is that way. Maybe the lumber mill should be at the top because it's straight ahead. There you go. I think that works better. I don't know. In the text editing, it felt like having the arrow for the office pointing that way worked better. I wish I could choose the orientation of the text, but that's not a thing that's possible, tragically. So lumber mill, boop pop, office, boop, lumber stretch, pop, and the Grove. Bop. Okay, I think that works. That's good enough. The best way to do it is if I could do multiple signs, have a sign for each direction and just have them like stacked on top of each other. I don't think that's a thing. I would like it if that was a thing, but that's not a thing. This is good enough. All right, well, got a few minutes left here. Let's see. Oh, I didn't bring torches with me. Oh well. We'll just use some scaffolding for our place markers instead of torches, and then we can just kind of put the torches back in the middle here, where they need to be, lighting up the space. So that's it for these buildings. Let me see if I can pull up the storage building real quick. Just remember the dimensions. It's going to be 18 this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There. And just to be sure I am placing this right, it is 16 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I wasn't. So that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There we go. That still works. I think that is fine because there'll still be a decent gap there. So it's not like it's encroaching too closely on this space. That is where the wood storage building is going to go. It's going to be right here. The road going into it is going to be right around there, I think. And we will just reconstruct that later on. We'll probably tear it down between streams and then rebuild it on stream. And then once we're finished with that, we will start working on the Spire of Ascuron because I think that'll be fun. We'll have to get some more soul lamps for that because I used those lamps for this one, I think. All right, so that's going to be it for this stream. Everyone who's been in the chat, everyone who's been lurking, who's been watching, who's checking out the VOD, thank you for coming by, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until then, have a good one.